Ghost of Tsushima was one of my favorite games of this year and probably this generation. I'm a huge fan of Sucker Punch's titles such as Infamous and Sly Cooper, but this game truly blew me away. But by the end of the game, there are a lot of cliffhangers that are left up in the air that could hint at a possible sequel. So on this End and Explain, I won't go through the entire story as people seem to be a little more frustrated when I do that for longer titles, but maybe I might do that for a later video. For now, I'm just going to discuss the ending for Ghost of Tsushima, and this will serve as your first and only spoilers. Spoilers ahead for Ghost of Tsushima. Then again, the title literally says End and Explain, but I'll still get people who say, you spoiled the game. So I'm just covering my bases, just in case. At the end of Ghost of Tsushima, we find out that an army is formed by the ghost from a local peasant while Jin is traveling with his uncle. However, Jin isn't the one building it. He is shocked to hear this, and his uncle explains that people are flocking to his cause. Jin has essentially started a new form of thinking, a way that doesn't involve the samurai leading the people. Jin may have created the ghost, but his creation is surpassing him and may have taken on an identity of its own, becoming a symbol to the people, and that can lead to a lot of consequences, leaving Jin to combat the ghost, with zealot followers using Jin's creation to further their own goals. This has been present in other video games and even reality itself. The best example I could think of at this moment is Tim from Minecraft Story Mode. For those who don't know, Tim from Minecraft Story Mode was this false figure who gave the people who were trapped by the old builders a chance at escaping the games. But the old builders used this symbol of Tim in order to incite hope into the people in order to suppress any hope of a revolution. I know I use the word hope a lot, but that's essentially what it is.
I'm not buying it, Hadrian. Is Tim even real?
I knew you were a smart one, bucko. Of course he's not real.
Tim gives them hope. He keeps them playing the games, but no one wins. Ever.
And having people use the ghost as an example to further their own goals is entirely possible, with Jin essentially having to fight the very thing he created for the purposes of helping people, but now being used for nefarious reasons, hurting the very people he sacrificed everything for. At the end of Ghost of Tsushima, we also learn that the Shogun has ordered the ghost killed. The Shogun is worried about the ghost gaining a lot of power and influence, and he has a right to be worried. As I stated in my previous theory, the ghost is accumulating an army and may become a much more powerful symbol to the point that he may disrupt the way things are, with the samurai no longer being needed for security and people looking to themselves for protection and security as opposed to looking to the shogun for this. This is how the shogun has kept in power, by maintaining this level of hold among the people, because during the game the peasants always look to the samurai when fighting against the Mongols, but Jin, specifically the ghost, gave them hope to fight for themselves. This may seem like a good idea, but those in power aren't simply gonna give that up. If this does happen, it could take place during the Sengoku period, which likely means Jin may be dead and Sucker Punch may star a brand new character in the protagonist role. After all, him and Yuna have become very close and they may have a romantic relationship. Or Sucker Punch may decide to dive more deeply into the realms of fiction and decide to take a different route with Ghost of Tsushima 2 if they decide to make another game. But again, there are a lot of hints that they may make another title in this franchise. Either way, it's clear the Shogun isn't happy about the ghost and what the ghost symbolizes now. One of the biggest cans of worms that Jin unleashes was poison warfare. Using Wolfbane and training from Yuriko, Jin has essentially created biological warfare that's being used by not only the Mongols, but his own people. We see that the people are using it in common practices, such as when a merchant murdered a rival merchant for the sake of gaining an advantage. This is truly a dark time for Jin's people. The scary part is that it's easy to make and use. If it continues, it can lead to the creation of new bio-related weapons, with someone creative and smart enough making variants of the poison. Currently, it has to be ingested, or at least the person has to have it introduced in their system by certain means. But as shown with the Khan, a gas form could be possible. which can be a huge plot point for a new villain or maybe even the shogun to use in order to maintain his power, exercising certain tactics in order to maintain his hold over Japan. So do you have any predictions for Ghost of Tsushima's sequel? Let me know in the comments below. Also check out my walkthrough and my review. Till next time everyone, stay awesome.